ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Professor Sophia, my Armenian and Ukrainian friends, the other panelists, and my friends. I think the topic of today's talk was, I just got it from here, historical struggle of Sikh community, modern challenges, and solutions. Dr. Amarjit Singh, when he spoke, he touched upon it a little bit, so I won't repeat it. Guru Nanak, who was the contemporary of Columbus. The story of Guru Nanak started about the same time when the story of Columbus started in America. Struggle started for Sikhs from day one, from Guru Nanak, because he challenged the caste system which are prevalent in India. He gave the first message of what you hear now, DEI, diversity, equality, and inclusion. He said that every human is equal. He said the women have equal rights as men. And he said that more than 500 years back, which we talk about it now. So, and we are talking about Babur, who was a Mughal invader who came at the time of Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak protested. He called Babur a jabber. He told on his face, Babur, that you are a tyrant. He put him in the jail. Then later he realized that Guru Nanak was a man of God and he had done a big mistake. And he came and apologized and released him. Why did Guru Nanak call Babur Jabbar? Because Babur's forces killed tens of thousands of innocent men, women, children when he invaded India. Then I'll jump to fifth Guru, Guru Arjan. He was martyred because the Mughal king at that time, Jahangir, did not like what Sikhism was preaching. He thought it was a threat to Islam. He was made to sit on a hot plate for several days. They put hot sand in his head, and eventually they were asked him that now he can go and take a bath in River Ravi, and that's where he passed away. Then I'll jump right to ninth Guru. This is the story of Sikh struggle I'm going over. Guru Tegh Bahadur, the ninth Guru. He was approached by Hindu Brahmins from Kashmir that Aurangzeb, a very ruthless Mughal ruler, was forcibly converting Hindus into Muslims. He had taken an oath. Hindus wear a janeu, that he was a certain weight, okay, he had to remove the janeu and convert that many Hindus into Muslims. So Guru said, tell Aurangzeb that convert me, and he can convert me, all Hindus will convert into Islam. He went to Delhi, he was arrested there with 5 accomplices, they were all martyred, and he was beheaded in New Delhi, now they call New Delhi, actually Old Delhi. That's where, oops. This phone's okay. So he was beheaded in Old Delhi in full public view to give a message. But he did not give in. So this is the story of Sikh struggle. Then Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th master, he fought the oppressor. He martyred his 4 sons. His father was Guru Tegh Bahadur, who was martyred by Aurangzeb. He fought the Mughals, and eventually he predicted that this is the time when the downfall of Mughals is coming. And it did. Now we have been talking about sovereignty. Sikhs are sovereign from day one. Our Guru made us sovereign. Our Guru said, "In Garib Sikhan ko di Padshahi." He said, Khalsa, the Sikh, is a rebel or a king. So we went through the several stages of struggle through early 1700 up to late 1700. And the sovereignty, 3 years after Guru Gobind Singh passed away, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur established the first Sikh rule in 1710. When from nowhere he came in and captured what we call Punjab. One by one, he defeated all the Mughals and established a Sikh rule, established and minted a Sikh coin, Dego Tego Fateh, which Swaranjit has already explained what that means. Then there was a time of struggle. Sikh has to go through Holocausts. First is called Chota Kallukara, which happened in 1746. More than 10,000 innocent Sikh, older women, older men, children were slaughtered by the invading Muslim forces from Middle East. But Sikhs did not give up. They lived in jungles and they regrouped and fought. But then again, another invader came in 1763, 64, and that's where another slaughter of Sikhs happened, called Vadda Kalukara, means the big slaughter. More than 50,000 Sikhs were annihilated in that. So this is the story of Sikh struggle. But then, Sikhs never gave in. They made a confederacy of 13 missals, 13 Sikh groups, who partly rode over different parts of what you call Punjab. In 1783, Baba Baghel Singh. Sikhs had become so powerful, they challenged the last vestige of Mughal Empire and Bahadur Shah and defeated him. And they took over New Delhi. The Sikh sovereign flag, Nishan Sahib, flew over the Red Fort. They stayed there for 3 months. Then they all identified the areas where the Sikh history was buried, like Gurudwara Sisganj, where Guru Tegh Bahadur was martyred, and so many other historical places. Bangla Sahib, Gurudwara Moti Bagh, a lot of other places, and gave them big lands, established Gurudwaras. And then they missed Punjab, then they came back, gave up Delhi. 1799, turned the clock. One of those 13 missiles, the Sardar of one of 13 missiles, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, which was later called Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He defeated the Muslim governor of Lahore and captured Lahore. In 1799, he was crowned the Emperor of Punjab, established Sikh Empire in 1799. Sikh Empire eventually went up to Khyber Pass on the west, Kashmir on the north, Tibet on the east, and River Satluj on the south. This was most of the present-day Pakistan, Kashmir and Punjab, Haryana, whatever. They ruled from 1799. Maharaja Ranjit Singh passed away in 1839. Sikh Empire lasted 10 years after him because Maharaja Ranjit Singh was so powerful that British could not touch him. They have established 2 more minutes. Okay, they have established a treaty with Maharaja that they will not cross Satluj, neither Sikhs nor British. But once he passed away, there were not any able leaders Sikhs could produce. British had a policy of divide and rule, and eventually the Khalsa army was so strong, strongest in the world at that time. Generals from France, even USA, came and were employed in Khalsa army. Napoleon also was a contemporary. But 1849, after 3 bloody Anglo-Sikh wars, which mostly were won by Sikhs, by the end, British had bribed the corrupt Dogras generals, and they eventually took over Punjab. Now I'm going to be very brief. I will take you right up to 1947, the partition. About 20 million people. Partition is when British left India, and though 2 countries were created, Pakistan and India. And let me tell you one other thing. India name never existed before the British. It was given by British to make one administrative zone so they could rule over whatever 33 million Indians or natives. There are so many different kings called fiefdoms. They put them together, defeated them one by one, and put this whole thing together and called it India. Now, partition, I was saying 20 million people got displaced. All the Sikh population from West Punjab, which went to Pakistan, was migrating to East Punjab. There's big slaughters, there's big numbers, okay, like more than 500,000 Sikhs were killed in this transfer. They lost all their properties, everything. And they were resettled. Now, I was going to go very, very quick because time is very short. In India, Sikh elected to join Indian Union because they were promised that they will have a glow of freedom. They will have a sovereign or not semi, fully autonomous zone in Punjab. They can profess their religion freely. But that was just a promise made by cunning leaders of India like Nehru and Gandhi and all those. So these promises are broken from day one when they got in charge. They started drafting a new constitution. 1950, 26th of January 1950, Indian was made Indian Socialist Republic, and the new constitution came into being. And to the surprise of all the Sikhs, they did not recognize Sikhism as a religion. They lumped us with Hindus. So this was the first gift. Come mid-50s, 56, they passed Indian Reorganization Act, in which they reorganized the states based on language. India has 22 or 23 official languages. Punjabi, which is a 5,000 years old language, was not even recognized as a language. They did not give Punjab language like all other states are called, and they were given their language. Punjab was not given that. So Sikhs started Punjabi Subha movement. Eventually in mid-1966, they trifurcated Punjab into 3 different states: Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal. They stole all the riparian rights of Punjab rivers. We have river Beas and Satluj in East Punjab. They took all the water. 75% of the water was taken away by building canals. Punjab, which is a basically agrarian society, was left without the resource they need to grow the crops. Punjab water, when British were there, was given to Rajasthan, an adjoining state, which is, most of that is a desert, and Punjab was paid the royalty for that water. They took all that water away free. Didn't give anything which was the basic resource for Punjab. Punjab doesn't have any other mineral and other things which other states have, which they had to buy from other states like coal and other things, but Punjab water was given away free. So that was the second injustice which was done. The capital of Punjab, Chandigarh, which was built on several villages taken away from Punjab, was taken away as made a union territory, was shared with Haryana. So the story is so long, okay, I can go on and on. I'll come to 1984. Everybody has talked about it. I'll give you equivalency of, so you can put that in perspective. What was 1984 attack on Darbar Sahib? Imagine. And they picked a day, the martyrdom day of 5th Guru, Guru Arjan, when probably 500,000 people go there. Normally 100,000 people go there. 500,000 people were there. They encircled it. Imagine when army of a country like a Saudi Arabia, Mecca, is invaded on Eid. Imagine Vatican is invaded on Christianity, on Christmas. So this was the equivalency they did. They encircled, they didn't let anybody come out. Operation lasted from June 1st to June 10th. When the operation finished, because government numbers are never right, understated, and mostly lies. And nobody has given any numbers how many people got killed. But there were more than 10,000 pairs of shoes, because when people go inside the Darbar Sahib complex, they remove the shoes. They were left unclaimed. And that genocide, which started in 1983, then in 1984, in November 84, continued up to 1996, or late 1990s. More than 250,000 Sikh youth were eliminated. I'm telling these young kids sitting here so they get the perspective. The whole generation of Sikhs was finished. All the youth were killed in fake encounters, disappeared. Nobody knew where they went. And they got so scared, they had to run away, leave the country. sought political asylum in Western countries. Most of them came to Germany, eventually ended up in USA. You see this generation of Sikhs, which is of my generation, they mostly came as the political asylums seekers in this country. So this is the story of struggle. Now, with so many government changes in India, Modi is in charge. You heard about TNR, transnational repression. They were killing Sikhs in India. And nobody gave a damn. Nobody really noticed. And now they exported that. But what happened with the political asylums, and which Sikhs came over here, right now there's 5 million Sikhs diaspora, which is very strong. They raised the voice. And Hindu got scared. They were killing Sikhs over there. They started killing. They sent the criminal. They hired criminal gangs in different countries. Canada, USA, Pakistan, other countries, England. They made a hit list. Indian agency, which is equivalent of like CIA or whatever, RA or Mossad, it's called Research and Analysis Wing. They have hired, RA officers in Indian embassies, Indian consulates, which they plan. Then they hire the local criminal gangs to kill the Sikh independence leaders. Harjinder Singh Nijjar is one of the examples. Paramjit Singh Panwar in Pakistan. And that their list, people sitting here who are on their hit list. So this is transnational repression now being exported. Now I'll be finishing very quickly, just in 1 minute. Mark Carney, the new Prime Minister of Pakistan. Oh, Canada. Okay. New Prime Minister of Canada, who did not look at what his predecessor has done. He invited Modi. He knows very well. RCMP, CSIS, everybody knows how the Indian agents are still roaming over there, looking for Sikhs. Have been paid very good, heavy bounties. Knowing all that, he is following what British are doing. Business. He doesn't care, the sovereign nation cannot protect their own citizens. And then he picked a day, which was the 2nd anniversary of Harjinder Singh Nijjar, and month of June, to invite Modi over there, which was despicable. And Sikhs will not, should not forget that what Mark Carney has done. So I think this is the story. In USA, Sikhs are pretty active. We have made connections. We had the 41st anniversary remembrance at US Capitol only a few weeks back. And we had good representation in the Capitol right across the chamber. We had talked about paying homage to the Sikh martyrs, innocent people who martyred in the Golden Temple attack. And people are aware. You talked about genocide bills. We have in New Jersey, we have in Pennsylvania, California, Texas, Connecticut, everywhere. And now I think we're going to introduce one in US Congress. There was introduced, but the Congress has expired, so in new Congress it has to be reintroduced. So with that, I think I want to finish because I'm sorry it took a little bit more time than what I was allocated. But our story is of struggle. I think Armenians, genocide got recognized, they struggle. My Ukrainian friends are struggling. Okay, and they are looking for their sovereign nation has been attacked, and they are fighting. I give them a lot of credit. 3 years, and Russia could not really penetrate into that. And world powers have tried, but I think Ukrainian people are tough like Sikhs. With that, I want to finish. Thank you very much, my friends. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.